I think we're live. So we're gonna have to share the mic today, guys. So we're in a different room today, and we're once again coming to you live from CES 2024, and had a fantastic event last night. Nilda was a little bit too late.
Yeah, no more tequila for me.
No more tequila. I think we made it back to the room around, what was it about?
Well, for Chicago time, it was close to 2 o'clock in the morning.
It was around 2 o'clock in the morning. And for those of you who are following us on the streams, let us know how the audio is coming across. We'd love to hear it and see if the audio is coming out really clear. Really interesting, because as we go from CES event to CES event, the media rooms, while they look the same in the background, are actually different.
Yeah.
So different internet, different setup, everything is different every single time. So it makes it a little bit unique, and also gives us a good opportunity to test things out. But anyways, Nilda, there was a lot that we saw yesterday. Yesterday was Media Day, and Media Day basically means we see all the press releases and we see the massive presentations coming from all the brands. Now, we're going to talk about a couple of them, and one of the ones that we're going to talk about first, and I'd like you to talk about, is TLC. Why don't you talk about what you saw at TLC?
TLC I saw were just TVs, bigger TVs, and bigger and bigger and bigger TVs, is what I noticed at the press conference for TLC. So, it's, there's so many companies that we're going to be talking about that also have big TVs and other innovations that they're doing, but TLC really was specializing on bigger is better. So, yeah, that's what I noticed with TLC.
Yeah, so TLC, and it was interesting too, because they actually, you were talking about that they're a sponsor.
They are a sponsor, I believe, and they're sponsors of the football, just the NFL. So yesterday they actually had a show on the stage where they had people who are normally media people who talk about football on stage, just talking about TCL and just talking about the different things that TCL is bringing out, and then their support for the NFL. So it was more of a sports theme that they had. I thought that was pretty cool to see that, especially the setup. Because we see it on TV, but to see it like live on stage and just be there, how they do it, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, so great viewing there. Now, another one, and you're going to see this video, guys. We're going to be showing these videos on the YouTube channel.
Yes.
Was we were at LG's conference.
Yes.
Now, LG, for those of you guys know, makes fantastic televisions, and they also do some great projectors. And one of the things that we saw in this specific event was the fact that LG showed, first of its kind, something called an OLED transparent TV. You want to talk about what you saw about that?
Oh my God. Well, the first thing, what I thought was really cool is that they showed a TV just, going across the big screen on stage, and you can see literally right through the TV, but you can still see the whatever that TV was showing, you can see what it's showing, but you can still see the background, so it's transparent. I thought that was really cool what they did, how they did that.
So that was another cool thing. The other thing, and I think this was probably one of the things that stole the show, and I'm going to see if we could bring this up on screen while we're doing this. And while I do this, I'd like you to talk about the new robot that Samsung talked about. So I'm going to bring up the video so we can show that while you're talking about it.
Okay. So this is, I would say that this new iRobot that Samsung brought out is, I would say, the second generation. But this one is literally, think about Star Wars.
Hey, Bolly. Follow me to the study. I gotta make a video call. Hi, Petro.
Termina de trabajar y que descanses. Muchas gracias por tu esfuerzo.
Hey, Bolly. Let's work out. Today is Upper Body Day. Great. Start now. 7, 8, 9, 10. Connect.
Hey, Amy.
Can I call you back soon?
Sure.
Here's today's exercise result. Could you call Will? Okay.
Again, very cool. And again, it's connected to Samsung's smart thing ecosystem. So it's basically going to connect to any of those connected devices. The fact that you could use it for a conference call we thought was really cool
Yes.
too. So imagine taking this robot and it projecting on the screen your Zoom call, your Teams call, but at the
Just
same time.
even regular calls coming in that you
Yeah.
can take over. You know, it'll handle those calls that are coming through. I thought that was so
And
cool.
watching, and you can watch movies on
You can
it too.
watch
So you could
movies.
stream. So
Yeah.
one of the things that we also saw was a strong partnership with Samsung. Once again, Google, I would say, as a platform, really present when it comes to Google TV. And then also there was a lot of connectivity with Microsoft too.
Yes.
Right? So there's a lot of Microsoft stuff going
Definitely
on.
also a lot of AI.
Yeah.
A lot of AI. That's great.
HighSense also had a lot to show, and what you'll see in the video is HighSense was showing their brand new 8K ultra short throw laser TV. You guys know that we're super fans when it comes to laser
Very
TVs.
super.
We love HighSense, and they basically showed amazing new TVs that are basically going to have over 10,000 nits of brightness. And guys, that is super bright. But at the same time, it's not just that the TV is bright, but it's also the fact that the TV itself has great black levels. You know, the colors are well represented. It has every TV that we're seeing at the show right now has this director view. We talked about the director view a little bit yesterday. And the director view is intended to show the video as it was shot by the director. So you saw that present, Dolby Audio, Dolby Vision, you saw that director cut view, and then what you were seeing was, again, extremely thin, I would say, or transparent screens. And for HighSense, what they were showing is a new screen technology that they have that is only going to be 3 poker chips thick. So if you've ever, that's too big. You're going to get a lot smaller.
I'm looking at the poker chip. The poker chip is this thin, and you had 3 of them.
It makes it look a lot thicker on the screen, but it was
really thin.
Poker chip is, I would say, like a $50. So like think about almost like $3.50 for those of you who remember the $50.
Is that thick?
Yeah, it was that. It was around that thick.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool. We also then saw Segway and New. And do you want to talk about the things that we saw at Segway and New?
Well, Segway has a new motorbike coming out. I forgot when he said it's coming out. It's coming out soon.
Third quarter.
We were hoping to get a test ride, but looks like we're going to have to probably wait until February to get that test
that was
ride.
with New.
Yeah, that was with New,
That was
right?
with New.
Okay. And what I love about New and how they do the technologies, their anti-theft technology, and how you use also the NFC to turn it on. They're going to have gloves that you can use to turn on your stuff, and how it fights back if you're not the owner of either the scooter or the bike. Just so many different technologies that they're bringing to NIU.
Yeah, so anti-theft technology,
Yes.
NFC, and the thing is, it's going to work very similar to a Tesla, and this is new specifically. So you'll be able to use your phone to enable your bike or scooter, and this bike is actually, it looks like a dirt bike. It actually is a dirt bike, and you'll require to have I think it was like a 40cc license, scooter license, in order to ride it. But it is,
moped, I think, is
it would be scooter or moped,
Okay.
right? But it's 40 cc's, I think is the rating. So this one's a little bit faster than what you would typically find. And again, when you look at it,
It has
it's
GPS,
amazing.
GPS on it, that you'll be able to see where you're going.
Yep.
You can take calls from that Bluetooth. It has attached to it, so that is like, wow. It's a beautiful bike. You just look at it.
Yeah, very much motorcycle, right? And then they
Kind of
also
vintage.
they also had a traditional bike that they were launching as well. And then Segway had one that really looked like it was out of sci-fi. Had literally, it is, if this was a Marvel or any kind of superhero thing, it had a big X in front of it, and the X was the actual light. Now this was a prototype that they were telling
it
us.
was not ready.
We don't know if the design will stay there, but it really had a really striking, like, X-Men type X in the front, or Xavier type X in the front, that was going to light up everything that you would be looking at. And the cool thing about this one is, just like the other scooters or the other devices, GPS tracking, two-person. The Segway one was actually a two-person bike. So the New was a motorbike. This was a two-person bike, so that you could use it. And then also they had I would say I don't want to call it a carry-all, but more of a utility bike, which is going to be great for those of you who are looking at a hustle. Let's say, for example, Uber Eats, right?
Yes.
Doing those type of deliveries, things of that nature. So anyways, the just really, really cool technology that we saw there. The other thing Bill, I wanted you to talk about was Looking Glass.
Oh, the hologram. That was beautiful. And the fact that you can also watch movies on there, it was just so beautiful. I actually did a video. I wish I can show it to you guys to see what we saw on our end. It was just absolutely just breathtaking. I just loved it and what they can do. I know they have the TV, and then what was the other little device that they have that's for the desk?
They had they had basically a large format screen, and then they had a personal, which was
one.
almost the size of your phone. So if you think about the size of your phone,
Yeah.
that you would be able to do. Now, this is not going to do the technology justice, but I'll just explain a little bit of how it looks.
It's so hard to.
It is basically very similar to like when you're using Facebook, and you know how you can basically in Facebook say, I'd like to see something 3D. So think about that experience, but better. Like, you know, think about like 4K, you're talking about great quality. It's almost like you just want to touch the object.
Exactly, like you just want to grab it.
So the cool thing about it,
Without the glasses.
yeah, and no glasses.
Without the glasses.
No glasses whatsoever. So all you do is you upload the image into the actual, or play the image if you're playing it from a computer or a PC, and basically everything becomes holographic. Really, really cool technology. That was Looking Glass.
Oh my God.
We also went to a company, an audio company, Shocks. Now,
That's what we use.
yeah, so Shocks, for example, and Nola and I are using these on the convention floor. These are the Shocks, and the Shocks basically, these are not bone conduction, but these are open ear headphones that basically just rest on your ear. You're going to get 12 hours of battery life, I believe, on these, and we use them all day.
I always actually think that I'm like, because they're so lightweight, I actually think that oh my God, did I drop it? Did I drop it? But it's there, and it's just. Again, you don't feel it. It doesn't hurt your ear. I have a problem with earbuds sometimes, and then it hurts. But when you put these open ear from Shocks, you can use it all day and not realize you even have it on.
Yes,
So,
and they basically launched in the show a brand new Shocks version that is, I think it's called Open Swim.
Open Swim.
And
yes.
the Open Swim basically is some earbuds, not like this so much, but they're bone conduction, so they rest on here on your cheekbone and allow you to listen to music while you're swimming underwater. And
So it goes around your neck and here.
yeah,
So.
yeah. Now our sons, our oldest was a swimmer, and what I'll say from my experience being a swim dad is that even though swimming is a team sport, especially when you're doing relay, it is a solo sport when you're in the water. When you're in the water, it's just you in the water. And I'll tell you, even as someone that I've attempted to swim like my son did, and I definitely can't, it is the most boring thing in life, is swimming. I'm sorry, guys, but it is. So having music
Michael
underwater,
Phelps, I think, listens to music
having
underwater.
music underwater is it's the coolest thing that you can think of when it comes to stuff like this. So I really, really like that. That's something that they're doing.
Yeah.
So Open Swim, and we're going to be talking to more about Aftershock, or they used to be called Aftershock. More Shock products are going to be coming. The other thing, let's talk about Roborock, right? So let's talk about
one of
Roborock.
our favorite floor cleaners. They came out with a new, we have the Diode, right? The Diode
Yep.
machine. They came out with a new one. It's called Flexi. That one actually allows it, like literally, because sometimes when you're mopping, the handle only goes so far. This one literally goes to the floor, so you can actually get it under your bed, under your, any cabinets, that are low. It just allows you that access to get to areas that are very difficult to reach for cleaning. I thought that was really cool. And then they have that other device that's, like you were saying, that is great for people who are builders or people who are doing a total rehab. They can connect it to their unit. And you said it was like a really small pipe, like the water hose that goes into your refrigerator, your ice machine.
Yeah.
And it's something that you can build in. And, again, it's a selling point for people who are builders and people who are doing rehabs.
Yeah. So if you have ever connected an ice maker in your home, and you know how the ice maker has those little white little tubes that basically connect, and it's like kind of pressure fit, that's what you would connect to this, both for the clean water and the dirty water. And basically all you have to worry about is emptying out the dust. You don't have to worry about clean water or dirty water kind of removal, because it does it automatically. And that's something that we think that is going to be very popular, especially as you're starting to see more new homes being built with smart technology. Because if the builder, for example, includes that, you're talking about home robotic automation for mopping and sweeping your home.
Yes. Yes.
And one of the things that they added also in the robots, and you'll see this in our short once we post it, is that they added these little whiskers that come out. So the hardest part about robots is getting the corners, right?
Yes.
And what
yeah.
did you see?
I saw how it would come out. We call it the booty coming out.
Yeah, you stick it out a little bit.
Yeah, to clean, to get into those hard, corners and clean around the edges. So that I thought that was cool because you got one that does with the brushes and then also the one that does the mopping, and it comes out a little bit to get to those hard to reach places.
Yep. Yeah, so basically the mop pads and the little sweepers come out, and we have that lined up for the channel. Now, something else that we saw is Lockly. Now, Lockly, we reviewed their products as well. Lockly came out with a new lock solution, and we have been living pretty much key-free. Like, we don't use keys, we don't carry keys, and we've never really carried keys.
I haven't carried keys in like 20-something years.
Before smart homes and smart locks were a thing, my locks were smart. And you push a button before they became Bluetooth, and they had all this technology. So keyless, right? My kids never lost keys because they never had keys. So, right? And
It's true.
we don't walk around with them. So Lockly came out with a new lock, and it's really fancy. It's the
Fancy schmancy?
what's the name of it again?
Huh?
The name of it?
Visage.
Visage.
Visage. You gotta visage.
You said you
gotta say
gotta
it
be
with
classy.
a-
You gotta be
Yes,
classy when you're gonna
visage.
say the Visage, right? And so the Visage basically has a built-in camera that uses face recognition, and this is the kicker. Right? So if you can grab your iPhone, look at it, and unlock your phone, you can walk to your door, and when your door sees you, it will unlock for you too. Isn't that cool?
That is very cool.
So basically what they have is face recognition that will allow you to unlock, and it's a very clean implementation. So all you see is this little black box that has a fingerprint sensor. It also has this pin genie, which basically all the numbers basically rotate automatically, so that let's say if you're going to enter the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where you press is never going to be in the same spot. So if you've seen the spy movies where they basically kind of like put some tape on there, or they put some dust on it to see where you're pressing on the keypad, that doesn't work with a pin genie. So really cool tech, and again for your home, and that's something that we're going to see on the channel, and we're going to get real soon. Now, one of the ones that I thought was also super cool for me, but was a little frustrating for you, was X-Reel. And I'll describe X-Reel, and then Nelda will talk about her
slow.
So X-Reel creates glasses that basically allow you to see over 100-inch screen right in front of you. And these are like some really cool high definition watching movies. I use them every single time I fly on a plane, and we were able to talk with the founder. We were able to talk to several key people within the company, and we're actually going to take some more footage here at CES with them and talk about your experience about, and these are going to compete with the Apple glasses, but only at $699. Go ahead.
Well, besides me being a little slow and I took a while to finally get it, the whole thing is that you put these glasses on, like you said, you can watch the TV, and your hand comes out and you see your mechanical whatever hands in the screen, and you kind of like just pinch to whatever movie you want to watch, and you can move certain objects in there while you're in the program, but everything's all hand maneuvering. So, and it came out so clear. I was watching Minions.
So
and Avatar.
So really neat technology. We're going to get that on the channel as well, and we'll share with you our experience there. One of the other companies that we sat with is Yubico. And you want to hold the mic for a second? So I can pull this out?
Yubico, they fell in love with this guy.
So I'm going to pull out my keys for a second. And yeah, I do have keys, even though I don't have keys. These are just backup keys, and they're more like little keys for lockbox kind of stuff. And what I use is one of these guys. And this is a security key that basically is an NFC and a USB key that is FIDO compliant, FIDO. And basically what you would do is, this is something that you would use to secure your email, like your Gmail. You could use this to secure your banking application. You can use this to even secure, some of the gaming platforms are using FIDO keys now. And I carry this with me everywhere. And what this allows me to do is, if I basically either sign on to a different computer, or periodically, depending if I am signing in a different state, because my PC, as I log in, Google may say, hey, we don't recognize this location, can you authenticate? Instead of using my password to authenticate, I use this key. The cool thing about the YubiKey is that it's one of the most secure form factors where a password is not required, and it's difficult to basically defeat. Like, you think about all the hacking and how many of you have had your Facebook ID stolen, and I see this all the time happening with family. Well, basically, if you have one of these, all that stuff goes away. And the cool thing about this is that this is basically yours, and you can use it on any system that supports these type of keys, and most of them do, but very few of us use them. This is also known as multi-factor authentication, or and most of the systems, like I said, Gmail has it, Facebook has it, Instagram, more and more applications are starting to do this because this is a way that they can defeat fraudsters. So really cool technology. We met with the company, and they kind of fell in love with my 3D printed little
They
cover.
loved it. Took pictures of it.
so you would think, yeah. So I had designed this at home because I 3D print, and then they go like, "Oh my God, it clicks too," and I go, "Yeah, it clicks." so they really like the fact that we use their technology, and I carry it with me everywhere, and just the fact that we're using some 3D tech there.
Yeah.
So guys, I think we covered everything we saw. There was a lot more things to see. The theme continues to be at the show AI. The theme continues to be immersive. There was a time, the other company we saw was AWAL. We spent some time with AWAL.
Oh,
We're going to
AWAL.
see them again today. You'll see some footage.
We should be there on 2:00.
One of my, again, it was a lot of the TV companies, and you'll continue to hear me say favorites, because I have a different brand in every room. So HighSense is in my main living room, AWAL is in our studio, and it's like we have all these different brands that we just are in love with. And AWAL has one of the brightest, best, I would say, when it comes to representing Adobe Vision type content, the director view, fantastic. They have a cool announcement going on today, and we're going to be checking out what they're doing and going to their booth. But they have the rollable screen set up, and it basically transforms any room in your home into a home theater. And we spent some time with the founder and co-founder, and we had a great time learning more about their new tech.
They're so adorable.
Yeah, nice, great guys. And then also some really great tech and more stuff coming. And one of the things I like about AWAL, well, you see a lot of projectors go through software upgrades and they do all these kind of updates. This is one of the few companies out there where the software that they implement improves the actual experience when we're looking at the projector. So the projectors actually get better. So I've had the very first AWAL that came off of the production line, and since I've had it for now, maybe it's been 2 years, it's been updated. It went from not having 3D to having 3D, from not having Dolby Vision to having Dolby Vision, from not having Dolby Audio to having Dolby Audio. Really rare when a product can last and be upgraded the way we're talking about. So wanted to give a shout out to them because, again, some great product. And then the last one that we saw as we wrap up is Ember. The company
the coffee cups,
the coffee
and the
cup company.
that keeps everything hot.
So they have some cool cups. They have a brand new, for those of you who have infants, a new baby bottle that
I thought that was really cute.
That could warm up
especially
formula,
if you're traveling and stuff,
right?
like keeping things warm.
Breast milk, whatever type of milk that you're feeding your child, and make it very safe and secure. And anyways, some cool stuff there. So today we're going to cover the show. We're going to be walking around, meeting with folks, and then also recording more. You'll see the videos of everything we talked about coming up also either this afternoon or tonight. Make sure you continue to follow us. Make sure you continue to subscribe. Comment below. We're telling all the brands we're meeting with that we're doing these podcasts, sharing what we're seeing.
They actually want to come onto our show.
And they want to come on. And I've been really trying to get video, like the stuff that we're talking about, to show at the same time.
Especially next place, they want to.
But it's just like, it's so unpredictable, these rooms. So apologies for that, but we're going to get you more content. So thanks for joining us.
Yes. And hopefully we'll definitely be seeing you tomorrow. And the best part of all this is all the connections that we're making.
Yeah,
I'm really loving the connections.
We have some really great brand connections that are going on, and just a lot of friends also. The YouTube community is a very welcoming community. A lot of great creators that, they're family and friends. So that's rare in this business. So shout out to all of our friends in the YouTube creator community for being great people, and also just being open to sharing new concepts and ideas and how you do your thing.
It's a huge family.
Yep, absolutely. So guys, see you later. Talk to you soon.
Bye.